First, for the purposes of this video, I want to make it abundantly clear that I do not represent and am not affiliated with VidCon in any way other than the fact that I've been an attendee for 5 years running. Or a super senior, as John apparently was referring to us this year. And I also want to say that this video is going to take a drastically different turn until I saw a news segment on the local ABC affiliate regarding the way a lot of the fans and parents of fans were reacting to this year's VidCon. Now, as I said, I've attended VidCon for all 5 years that it has existed. I've attended as both a community pass holder and as an industry pass holder. I have friends who have worked as volunteers since year one. I have friends that work behind the scenes at VidCon. I've watched this con grow. The first year, it started with 1,400 people in the basement of the Century City Hyatt Regency. It was an experiment. It was the little con that could. And it was the little con that did. There were 18,000 people in attendance this year. 18,000. That, I mean, wow. Just, and yes, there were problems, and that was originally what the point of this video was going to be, was to discuss the problems that I had this year at VidCon, as opposed to, you know, how smoothly things ran in the past, which those of you who've been there all 5 years know how untrue that statement is, really. But by comparison, you know, things seem to work more, I guess, more advantageously in certain aspects. But, you know, I decided to make this video an entirely different topic just because that new segment just kind of struck me. And seeing people that didn't know what VidCon was complain about it just really got to me. Because, you know, I've been going to this thing all 5 years. I feel like it's a, you know, I feel like I'm a part of it. Even though I'm not technically affiliated, like, it still feels like I'm a part of VidCon. And VidCon kind of, in part, belongs to me, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't have any kind of official connection to it, but being a part of it since the beginning and watching it grow and watching it change and watching everything that's happened, it feels like it's a part of me. You know what I mean? So, of course there were problems. I mean, that's going to happen. You get 5 years growth. We went from 1,400 to 18,000. There's going to be some issues. There are going to be a couple growing pains. But for a certain group of people, those that complained about the lines and not getting one-on-one time with your favorite YouTuber and, you know, spending so much money and wanting a refund and saying that, you know, VidCon had all the online sales numbers, so they should have been better organized to handle the amount of people. I'll tell you exactly what that problem was. I want you to go back and look at the pass that you got, if you kept it. If not, look at mine. If you'll see the word right there that says community, it says community, not fan, not super fan, not here for signings. It says community. And that means something as far as VidCon is concerned. They want it to be an actual community. A group of people that come together and respect each other and actually, you know, view people as more than just, you know, somebody famous who needs to sign my crap. They see them as people to talk to and communicate with and actually interact with on a more human level. That's what community means. So, you know, yeah, it sucks that you came all the way out here and your kid didn't get their one-on-one time with some famous YouTuber that they wanted to meet. But that's not what VidCon is. VidCon wasn't prepared because VidCon had no way of differentiating between people who were actually part of the community and got the community pass, and people who were just fans. And yes, there is a difference. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, I'm just saying that the reason that VidCon wasn't prepared is because they didn't have that distinction. And hearing Hank talk on that same news piece, I think he's got plans similar to plans that some of us discussed during the course of VidCon. And if that's the case, then things will work out much more smoothly next year. But I guess time will tell. What is going on, regulars? I am back and hopefully going to be back to making a regular weekly video. Because I've kind of been lacking in that department, and it's in my username, so I feel the need to actually, do it. But, I got plenty of ideas. It's just the inspiration and drive to actually do it hasn't been there, and hopefully it's going to come back. So, anyway, this is this week's video. I actually have more to say on this topic, things that I don't feel I can really properly cover in the course of video, so I'm going to write those thoughts down in a blog post, and I'll link it all together. There'll be a link down in the regular spot, both to the news post that I'm talking about and to my blog post when it's written. Hopefully there will be another video next week, and hopefully it'll be by Wednesday, because, I'm recording this on a Thursday. It's probably going to go up on Friday. Not really following through with the schedule that I set for myself. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm going to cut things off for now. As always, I hope you're all well, and hopefully I will see you next week.